year 2020, many individuals said this would be the year we as a people come into a clearer vision of who we are and what is important. What aspects of your life and society have you been able to see more clearly recently? I started comparing what was once considered normal to the undeniable issues that have risen to the surface, revealing a deeper level of division in human and animal health, safety, economic insecurity, and environmental instability. All these issues were already present, but collectively, I believe, more individuals have a clearer vision of them now. This quote by the Dalai Lama puts things into perspective. He said, "If you don't love yourself, you cannot love others. You will not be able to love others. If you have no compassion for yourself, then you are not able of developing compassion for others." Seeing clearly the level of insecurity, fear, illness, and death that families are experiencing, I can only have compassion and empathy for others and their experience. My heart feels awake to their suffering. The Dalai Lama also says, compassion is the wish to see others free from suffering. I wish to see the suffering diminish, yet I realize we each must contribute to the global solutions needed. So how can we each move forward in such a way as to lessen the suffering for all people? In the book, Creating a World That Works for All, Dr. Sharif Abdullah, American author and advocate for societal transformation, states, "We each need to let go of any rationalizations or concepts we have used to ignore the pain of others. These would be thoughts and beliefs like, they deserve it, I'm justified in thinking this way, and they take from others, so it's okay to take from them." Sharif shared this insight saying, "Years ago, on awakening one morning, these words came to me. The foundation and primary motivation for the revolution to an authentic society is love and compassion." It sounds simple, right? Here's the kicker. Most of us at our level of mental, emotional, and spiritual intelligence can be compassionate to some, but not all. Until we can open our hearts to be unconditionally compassionate, we will never be able to co-create a world that works for all. So the questions for each of us, myself included, are, can I step into living as unconditional compassion? What is stopping me from living from an awakened heart? And what happens within me to allow me to ignore the suffering of others? Once again, the Dalai Lama offers these words. True compassion is not just an emotional response, but a firm commitment founded on reason. So let's put reason to work. Dr. Abdullah said, compassion is a state of being that is attached to perception. I can feel at one only with those I can see. He then modified that statement to say, I can feel at one with those I choose to see. So let's make a conscious choice to see beyond our immediate circle and widen our perspective to see the global existence of all life. Now is the time to expand our minds and hearts to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that all life on the planet is essential to the universal good, and that every person on the planet is wrestling with something, such as the loss of what was familiar, the loss of friends and family members. Now is the time to expand our ability to look at one another with unconditional compassion, to never look at another living being in any other way than as connected to us, through the harmonizing power of love. For the good of all life, let's make a commitment to ourselves and one another to live as unconditional compassion. And finally, the Dalai Lama tells us, the message of love and compassion will travel far and wide if all who follow a spiritual path work together in harmony and mutual respect. I hope you enjoyed our chat today. To learn more about Spark and how we can support you, visit our website at spark-unity.org. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Step into the practice of loving kindness as a way of being and live with unconditional compassion for all life. Namaste.